Hello? Hello? Okay. Yeah, welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Yeah, me double check everything. Yeah, just have these two things to kill next. But in the meantime, let's head back to Dalmekia and just get some things done. Oh, appreciate that. Fill on water, though. Oh, God. Yeah, I did see that. That was interesting. Yeah, sorry, wrong pipe. All right. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was
Oh, jeez.
before they could be completed.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun, even though I don't drink soda.
With which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its
I see.
not far from here.
Yeah, never liked soda myself, so
Receptive, Your Grace.
just really only drink water.
Unspoken question. Yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
I see.
But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, only drink like tea just to prevent like getting a really bad cold nowadays. Yeah, level 33, not worth it. Yeah, I gained like 3 levels in the last stream. So that was good.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
For House Rossfield.
Just waiting for that level 4 to kick in. And there we go. What should I switch it with for, like, overall Odin? Like, which icon should I replace is what I was gonna say. Yeah, but which icon should I replace it Odin with is what I was gonna say. Phoenix. Oh, okay. Yeah, just use that. I'll be sure to reset everything. At least I got the Hearthstone.
Is this the Hearthstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Alright. Yeah, I suppose I could replace it with that. As... Which skills do you recommend for Odin? Dancing Steel and Heaven's Cloud. Otherwise, yeah, Giga Flare is good. As for everything else, Ice Age, Rhyme. I know I like those for Shiva. Oh. Yeah, Heaven's Cloud, that's it. Is this all good for Shiva as well? Okay. Oh, right. Let me... Don't lock it. Oh, there we are. Just so I could get some points back. That, Heaven's Cloud, and Dancing Steel. Yeah, so I guess I gotta work on upgrading Dancing Steel and an Arm of Darkness. Yeah, let me unlearn everything real quick. Is everything on with these guys? Okay, that's all good now. All right. I feel like it'd be handy against, like, when I'm doing, like, the Huns against, like, staggered enemies, too. I will keep that in mind, though. Okay, that's all good now. Now, let us... Ah. Yeah, I did notice that. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep all the, Ifrit stuff. Yeah, don't forget. Uh, Alright, let's bring back this Hearthstone. Yeah, I know I got a little focus on, fixing up some skills.
Father, you were safe. The griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
This radiant luster, like frozen flame, is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete.
Yeah, hopefully by next week I'll be finally done with this game.
After all,
I think after all these side quests, that's when the DLCs start, right?
or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will.
So now I gotta help out Josh and Jill.
Even vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after father died, mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault.
Oh, I
Was
see.
but a lowly servant, your
Figure to
father
get like
showed me
Leviathan
his
in that DLC as well.
of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that his Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Oh,
Lady Goditha,
and thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Not sure how to pronounce your name though.
I thank you for your
Make it
long service.
14 more followers till 1,000. Nice.
Thank you, my lord,
And yes, I'm actually counting down.
for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Very churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay your father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. She's waiting.
And works. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I might as well head over there.
Faster! Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world?
This morning meant to get
Of
up.
course. To have overcome father's
Oh,
desire.
jeez.
Of that I'm less certain.
Honestly, I hate waking up that late myself.
But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
Yeah, I usually like waking up around like 5 to 6.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the
Yeah, thanks for the lurk, Rick.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Nice. Yeah, a little memento again. Just thought of this, like, from this past ASIN. So, nice, nice. Alright. Is this what I think it is? I'll head over there real quick. What else is it? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, so when I was at ASIN, like, for Tales of Cosplay photo shoot, like, even though by now I know Clive and who I'm about to mention are... Yeah, I know they seem very similar, but Yeah, but now, yeah, they're pretty different too, especially later on. Yeah, I saw someone having like a little Velvet Crow plushie, and I couldn't help but say, "Is that Clive Rossfield?" Oh, jeez. It was just like really funny when I said that. So I do, from what I know, yeah, Clive does mellow out once he finds out his brother is still alive, at least. Let's go through all this.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Yep. Prioritize.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's... You'll not find a better price than that.
Josh, real quick.
I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we...
Yeah, thanks to that as always, Seribot.
It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
I mean, I might as well just finish up, yeah, all the quests in Dalmekia. I should probably finish everything else, too.
Do you see that too?
Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen that show. Three's Company. Yeah, just passing by all these enemies right here.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Okay, I'm curious about that. Let me see. Where's that at? Oh, okay. Yeah, to be fair, like a lot of my memories when it comes to PlayStation is the PS3, so yeah. I was always playing on. You guys know me, I've always played on like aside from PC, Nintendo and Xbox consoles.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal. Oblige him.
This won't take long.
PS2. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I feel like it makes sense to set mine to PS3.
Men, finish him.
Hang on a sec.
That was easy.
You know what's funny? I just did that. We play it again just for the redeem.
That was easy.
That was all I could think of for that fight. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, I did get like a PSP though, because I do keep saying after this is done, I'll play 1 and 2 on the PSP, and play the Pixel remaster on 3.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Or play the Pixel remaster of FF3.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption
do all
would reach
six.
so close to the heart of the
I
Republic.
mean, yeah.
It's
Though I know for 4, 5, and 6, PSP, GBA, and GBA. If you want an idea.
a fucking disgrace.
So I still got to get the GBA version of 5 though, and PSP for 4.
Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to...
And oh, sorry for pausing so much. And as for, you know what, I've been talking throughout. Yeah. So for 7, I'm just gonna play the remake
Or a city outlaw
at this point, cause I don't know.
Call me what you want.
Feel like I can't get too far in the LG version.
All the urgency of the message I bring.
So there's that.
My uncle has a plan to write the
And I will absolutely, positively not play 8 at all. And
Before
13.
I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, it is 100% after all, so it doesn't surprise me.
If we're to make it through this.
I mean, honestly, since I mentioned I'll never play 8 and 13, that's why I always say, like, I'm more of a Dragon Quest guy, considering I do want to play all the mainline games.
My Lord Marquis,
Only 10 was in the States.
your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
Oh, and that reminds me, too,
My associate joins you.
since I got the Wi-Fi working on my computer, now I can play some content, some online content in 9 as well. Let's go!
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
And hi, Just a Common. How are you doing today? Well, it's right there. Yeah, doing good. 10 is 5. Oh my god, like, honestly, I didn't realize until, like, I think last year? Because I did watch, like, Spoonie's review of Final Fantasy X-2. I forgot how cringy the game was as a kid. Because even as a kid, I didn't even know the word cringe back then, but that's how I felt just watching my eldest sister play X-2 throughout.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of
I felt so much cringe.
Someone in the backyard.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's almost, that's what I remember. Or at least that's my impression of it. Yeah, might as well just do, yeah, just have a permanently unlocked Jill. What that means. Yeah, what are the points, or what is the point of these quests? Like Josh and Jill just permanently joining the party. Like, do they help you out outside of the main quest? Oh, okay. So it makes me wonder if Dion gets that kind of treatment too, or is he just a guest for the finale?
Looking for a place where snow daisies grow, preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold, and where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was...
Well, makes sense then.
I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see.
Well,
So
then again, he didn't have much screen time, or he wasn't... Not sure he was very important compared to Jill and Josh. And so there's that. But from what I know, that Dion is Clive and Joshua's half-brother as well. I mean, since it is on the way, might as well. Oh, and by the way, I should mention too, I did get like the capture, or at least a thing to capture PSP footage with, so I'll be good for that too.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convinced that
Yeah.
of the realm that they should simply
Indeed.
swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will. It's not that. Then what is it? You said yourself we're family, don't you?
Yeah, I know, right?
No, that's not what I'm... Then what are you saying?
I did like his Dark Souls armor, though.
Why turn your back on everyone?
I will say that.
You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Oh, okay, I could just return to Byron.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
I think some people mentioned, like, the name Clive Barker. He was like an author who made the film series Hellraiser.
Will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with a
I
caching?
think it was Clive Barker.
Another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you...
Oh, yeah, he is.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands.
Oh, okay.
The being of her people lies in ours.
Yeah, because I know this game was trying to go for medieval fantasy as well.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall, and there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Quest complete. Yeah, I just have to do all this hereafter. But we'll see. Just gotta head over here, and yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. Check Discord real quick. I think there's something supposed to be happening today. Okay. Got to finish up around 4 today.
Those things didn't fight like men.
Good girl.
Faster! Have care.
I was about to say, is that a raptor?
One's brave. The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
It's gonna close to 2 p.m. around your time, so yeah. Well, it's actually 12 p.m. right now, so I'll have like 4 out. Well, almost 1 o'clock, so I have like 3 hours. Or yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes. What is... Oh, nice! Oh, this must be the creature that I can finally make the sword with. The Prince of Death. Whoa, that was cool. Ah, okay. Whoa, that is so cool, dude! Oh. Hang on, I need... What? Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec, sorry. Let me... Looks like... Yeah, no Borderlands 2 tomorrow. At least I can enjoy a good weekend. Thank God for that. Oh my God, that took out a good chunk of its health. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's also like Alaska and Hawaii as well for the States. Doesn't look like we were doing anything there. He was just like slashing around. Not gonna lie. For Canada? Why do you say that? And it's dead. Yeah, that is what I need.
I'm getting tired of these things.
But I guess in the meantime, let's go find,
Come on.
let's go find that thing for Jill. Oh, think I found it. Ah, okay.
Straight home now.
Oh, I think that's it.
You see them? I do. The flowers. And our friends.
This one. Get him.
And that's that.
What do you see, boy?
I do see a Minotaur.
Last one.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, good point. Oh my god. I think that, yeah, that thing is done for. Oh my god, I am glad I decided to pick Odin as my, yeah, as my new main, icon. Whew. Yeah, try not to get too political, you guys. 'Cause, yeah, politics aren't allowed here.
That was harder than I expected. But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
And by the way, I see, Rick. So was that message. But yeah, for those who played FF16, any not safe for work warning here?
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Oh, appreciate that. Oh, at the clinic. Oh, actually, I think it's finally time to make this bad boy.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
Yeah, this bad boy.
No scratches, right?
Half past twilight. Yeah, just gotta get one more of those for the son of Ouroboros.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next?
But yeah, we'll say I'll do the remainder of the hunts as well before we start the next DLC. Oh, oh! Okay, so she's not at the clinic. Yeah, they do, but I assume this will look a lot better on PC. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if I'll get the remainder. Yeah, because it looks like I just need 5 more, yeah, mementos here.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
But yeah. At the very least, since I won't be doing Borderlands 2 tomorrow, could use some fresh air now that the weather's... Now it's finally letting up too in Chicago. That's good. I know, like, it was warm enough to, like, walk Neptune. Take Neptune for a good long walk yesterday.
The morning after the storm. Do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Guys, not safe for work warning, or just a simple kiss.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
Oh? Well, I'm not sure. Because I know there was like one when we unlocked, like, Shiva, is the best way to put it. But I guess not for this one. Alright.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
And that's that. Nice. Oh, there we go. Now we got the ALCs going. Alright. I'll be sure to do all that. But in the meantime, before we start the first DLC, yeah, I should finish everything else. Obviously, the side quests here and all the hunts I didn't do yet. Oh, okay, so it is. Yep. So the gang's all here. Yeah, just ignore them. Oh, man. But yeah, no, for tomorrow, could really use a good day out. Because I know I'll be going to the zoo as well on Sunday.
Thanks, Gal. These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Oh yeah, I did find out that we're finally getting Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake on October 30th this year. Let's go!
They heeded the call.
Yeah, and I'll be sure. Oh man.
To perform the rite.
Cause I know, like, after my Spooktober marathon, I'll be sure to just straight up start playing, like, the Dragon Quest games, at least when I get it. Like 1 and 2, of course.
To the Lord.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
Bring us salvation.
At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Oh, all the way over there.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill, much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? Devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before, praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life...
Hang on, sorry. I just got, like, a gifted sub. So, the person that's, like, streaming gifted a sub to me. You know, I'll admit I did that at some point, but... Oh, dear God, they're playing the worst Pokemon game imaginable. Yeah, I'd love to raid this for that, but... Oh, God. By that, I mean the Ruby and Sapphire remakes.
It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
Yeah, that does not sound good at all.
Find out what. Stay here. Beneath the flood. Oh no.
Yeah, who didn't see that coming?
There must be something I can do.
Yeah, now let's test this bad boy right here. Oh, God.
What now?
That is a big one right there.
Meet again. I've killed your kind before.
So... Oh, Titus, that... I guess that'll make sense, because I know the main protagonist in 10, I think officially is called, like, Titus. I only know that pronunciation from... Yeah, might as well. Yeah, from Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, I guess that works too. Yeah, turn that on. It's down. Nice. Do it.
Damn it. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By by devoting themselves to the service of their lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Oh. Sometime later?
They are saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
Okay, even though I'm sure it's right there.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
I have no idea. Even though I do, but...
He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Another quest complete? Yeah, halfway to level 48. Nice. And I can make the other one. Yeah, just 3 more. We see. Yeah, just 3 more to go. And then we can finally start the DLC. Yeah, hopefully my estimates are right about next week. That'll be done by then. Yeah, then I should have 1 and 2 by then as well. Yeah, I'll start that later.
Something for you, dear. No scratches, all right? Anything else?
Pretty much got... Yes, this is the ultimate gear.
First the skies, then the crystal. What
Alright, so now back to elude. I mean, it's right there, so might as well. Oh, right, I still gotta do some hunts as well. Can't forget about that. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Doris is waiting for me near Balmundark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry. This won't be easy.
Yeah, just the standard lich. Oh, nice.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. tight.
We're not alone.
Let's check.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled. Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that. They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a Kashyyyk down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Now let's check. Sorry about that. Yeah, and hi, Coco. How are you doing today? Got back from... Oh, no! Oh, no, not again! Yeah, does not sound fun at all, honestly. Wait, is that the lunch lady's name in The Simpsons? Yeah, because I know... Yeah, I barely watched The Simpsons growing up, so... Yeah.
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison.
Thank God for that. While taking away driver's license.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... It can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elders.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Yeah, let me BRB real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, gotta go to the other side where that was locked. Oh. Thank God there's a church chest right there. Yeah, let me find the stairs.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Open sesame.
Survivor. And she sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Whoa, that's a really big one right there. I didn't think it'd be like part of the hunt.
Beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Yeah, that was a good chunk of their health right there. I think that should be fine. And the beast has been slain.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Sometime later?
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Very close to leveling up. That is good. Yeah, just 2 more to go. Nice. Got a BRB again? And I'm back. Yeah, we'll head over here. Yeah, I think we're gonna deal with this first.
You deserve a rest.
Behemoth King?
About the royalist guard dogs. Quite a specimen it is too. Too slow.
And just do that. Yeah, there we go. Level 4 again. Yeah, it should take down a good chunk of its health. No, just hunting time. Not boss time. But it is almost down, thankfully. Is that beast done yet? That thing is almost dead anyway, so... Oh, yep, it's dead. Nice. And level 48, let's go.
No match for you, I toggle.
Ready, go?
Yeah, I saw that thing right in front of me. I was like, yeah, I might as well take the thing down. Alright. Now let's head over to the next side quest.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? His interests were certainly varied.
16, ha ha ha.
This is it. But if it says it's true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Oh no, looking at this area, yep, I think something's about to go down.
Leaving so soon, stranger. We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
Yeah, sweet dreams, and thanks for coming in. That's a waste, but okay. Enemies have been slain.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Yeah, back to Vivian.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
And one more side quest to go through. Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. All done?
Nice.
Clive, anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
You think that'll be... You think we would be almost done with the side quest in this.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Yeah, let me log anything that I can.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Almost. Pretty much got all that logged. Nice.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Oh, okay. So it's also in yeah, we'll loot as well, but might as well head back to that area. Yeah, I can't whistle. I'm sorry, you guys. Are we there yet?
I can walk from here.
Oh, okay.
This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry's still here.
Yeah, I do recognize the pattern as well. Yeah.
This is nothing short of torture.
Yeah, just talking to people, then doing this, then a fight, then return, then turn in the quest.
Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find the registry.
It?
Reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
There yet? Are we there yet?
A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery?
Well, what do you know?
It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Might as well. my god!
Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Yeah, just trying to do that Pee Wee Herman laugh. In the meantime... No, I still don't have enough.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you, Sid. I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully that's enough. Yes, it is.
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
Now, time for the last quest. Hopefully.
Let's go.
Now to head over here.
place snow flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Thanks, Gal. Nice try.
Might as well just take it out like that.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch.
How long this will go on?
I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him. Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed, and sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Over yet? Is that all the side quests I could do? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be sure to just gotta figure out what was the DLC that came out first, because keep in mind, like, yeah, no, like in one of the Dragon Quest builders, we talked about how it was going through a lot around the time this game came out. Yeah. So I just thought, I just didn't play it for like a year until I went back to it last year, I think. So yeah. Before we do the hunt, I gotta see which DLC came out first. Rising Tide. Oh, okay, so Echoes of the Fallen goes first, but before we start that... Well, obviously. Yeah, let's go hunt down some, hunt down some notorious marks. Oh, just two more? Yeah, just those two? Nice. Yeah, let's, head to Elude? Just gotta head over there.
Good girl.
Yeah, we'll see how tough. Yeah, because a lot of people, or at least from what I've read, like, yeah, the DLCs are pretty tough, so I guess I'll find out in a bit.
I can walk from here.
Looks a lot like Garuda.
Harmon's madness lives on. Get him!
Yeah, now turn that. Yep. Time for that again. Yeah, that's half of her health down, so that's good. Yeah, turn on limit break. And it is down. Nice.
Rest in peace.
Next.
The garrison said they'd take another 100.
That's odd. Yeah, I think this might be the last hunt as well.
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed... Do be careful.
I will.
Ready, go?
Get there yet. Yeah, there's possibly the last one.
You deserve a rest.
Yeah, it's pretty cool armor, by the way. Yeah, level 4? Hunter hunted. Yep, got that done too.
Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm surprised I never unlocked that. Right. I guess it's time to start Echoes of the Fallen. Check all the missives.
It's a dangerous world out there.
I'll be sure to start that.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you? Clive.
Is something the matter, Karen? You seem perturbed.
Do I know? How clever of you to notice. But yes, something's come to my attention, and I'll be damned if I know what to make of it.
Go on?
Go on.
It's probably quicker if I just show you. Here.
Some sort of crystal. Though, I don't remember seeing one that color before.
Aye, well, that makes two of us. In all my long years of trading, both over and under the counter, I've never seen anything quite like it. They're calling them dusk crystals, on account of colour.
I see. And they could be used to cast magics.
That they can. Just like their brighter, shinier cousins. Difference is, they don't last as long. After a couple of goes lighting your pie, they crumble away to nothing. That's how I heard about them. From crystal traders moaning that someone's been flooding the market with dodgy goods. And after asking the right people the right questions, and paying the right price, of course, I managed to get my hands on a sample.
I see why you're perturbed.
Whoa.
I hope. Do you feel that, Clive?
Yes.
Meanwhile,
All right, lads, that'll do for today.
I said that'll do for today.
Yes, Chief.
Yes, Chief.
Let's get this lot back to town, fill our purses and then our bellies. What did you two do now?
Please tell us you bought another lantern.
Stay calm, both of you. Who needs a lantern when you've got one of these? All that work for a single spark. Well, there'll be no more sampling the merchandise today.
That sounded close, Chief. Really close. Really, really close.
Now, lads, what am I always telling you? Good things come to those who run.
Wait for us, Chief!
Echoes of the Fallen.
I've never felt a tremor this far inland before.
Me neither. But then I'd never seen skies like these till a few moons ago, and it's been all change ever since. Come to think of it, the first anyone ever heard of these dust crystals was after you lot came back from the Dominion and brought this bloody weather with you.
Do you think the two things are connected?
Who knows? Could just be that with Drake's tail gone, the black market was running short of the good stuff. The Dominion's mines were the only source of new shards left in Storm after a certain evil outlaw decided to do away with the other mothers. And with the price of decent crystals going through the roof, traders turned to dealing in stuff they'd never have touched before.
The question is, who's selling these crystals and where are they? Wait. This color. They couldn't be from Origin, could they? No, that wouldn't make sense. I saw it form in the sky, and that was long after we returned from the Dominion. But if they didn't come from Origin or any of the other mother crystals, then... does that mean...
That you missed one? Aye. That were my thinking, any road. Another mother crystal we didn't know about.
I'll speak with Joshua. If you're right about this, we need to find it.
And quick, I'd say. On account of which, I'll take this shard over to Tomes for you. Get him to give it a once-over, case it rings any bells.
Right. Thank you.
And I expect you'll be wanting Jill's help with this too.
Right again. I will. Let me go and find Joshua, and we'll meet you in the shelves.
It's fine.
Joshua, we need to talk. Karen's caught wind of something that I don't think we can afford to ignore.
Aye, that is troubling.
Not least because the Undying made no mention of these dusk crystals in any of their recent reports.
So they weren't aware of them either.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they merely deemed them unworthy of my attention. Wrongly, I might add, for I am inclined to share Lady Karen's misgivings.
Then we'd better take her advice and consult Hippocrates forthwith.
To the shelves, then. With our combined insight, I'm sure we'll discern something of use, be it no more than a place to start.
Let's hope so.
There you are. I've taken the liberty of telling these two everything I told you.
Thank you, Karen.
It's hard to believe such a lusterless shard could conjure much of anything. And you truly think this came from a mother crystal? One we never knew existed?
Every other shard in the Twins did. Why should these dusk crystals be any different? Dim though they may be.
We know they first appeared on the black market shortly after Ultima Car's primogenesis, darkening the skies. So might the two be connected? Could the spell have created a new mother crystal, perhaps? A replacement for the ones we destroyed?
What do you think, Hippocrates?
I think there may well be a connection. Yet, if we are to believe that the original mother crystals were of Ultima's making, does it seem likely that he would have need of anything so palpably inferior? No. I hazard that it was not Ultima who created these crystals, but humanity. More specifically, our fallen forebears, whose wonders litter the land even now. Legend holds that the fallen challenged the gods in order to win their power, and came tantalizingly close to doing so. It seems only reasonable that they should wish to learn the secrets of the crystals which the gods bestowed upon them.
So they could make their own.
Precisely. You may recall that the tale of the sins of Zemeckis begins with the colloquy of the sages, a council wherein humanity sought to uncover the last secrets of the gods before waging their war to learn what little remained. It is perfectly possible that an understanding of how to craft crystals was among their many achievements.
Among their many achievements, prior to their fall.
Indeed. The same enlightened souls forged great and terrible weapons called the iconoclasts, from which icons derived their name, and turned them against each other in the Magitech War. A pointless conflict which served only to make its victors more confident of their right to supplant the gods on high. And when at last they ventured to do so, the resultant imbalance in the ether is said to have been so great that the skies themselves turned black and began to boil. The first recorded Arcade sky, I suspect. Which brings us back to the matter at hand. It is my belief that these shards are the product of a long-slumbering Magitech mother crystal, stirred to life by a similar etheric upheaval to the one which accompanied its creator's fall.
There's only one way to know for sure. We track down whoever's selling them and find their source. Karen, where did you buy this one?
Down in Port Isolde when I was scratching around for supplies. Since the Imperials buggered off and took the tariffs with them, you can find all sorts of interesting stuff on the docks. Go and have a chat with the mercenaries guarding the gates. Your uncle's got some good lads there. You know when to keep a watchful eye and when to turn a blind one. Oh, and take the crystal with you. Might be your key to the underworld.
Thank you. I will.
Shall we then, brother?
I'm coming too. If there is another mother crystal out there and it's anything like the others, you'll need all the help you can get.
I was hoping you'd say that. One more time then. Together.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. I know I said 4 hours, but I don't know how long these cutscenes are gonna go on, so to be safe, yeah, let's end it here today. Yeah, that's a lot.
Hundreds of leagues away. That'd mean the crystal is
Massive.
Um. Yeah. That's it for Final Fantasy 16, you guys. Yeah, let's see if we'll be able to finish this by next week. But obviously for Monday, low TF2 is always good to start the month. And yeah. And hopefully we'll do Borderlands 2 not this Saturday, but Saturday after. That's what I have in mind. But we'll see for Builders 2. Until then, let's raid. Oh my god, why can't I raid them? Come on, man. I don't even know why I'm talking like this, too. Let's see who else. Oh. I raid rugby. Went with pink this week, so yeah, I don't know. Still trying to figure something out. Well, let's go with them. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I feel like if I'm the only one who's gonna raid, I feel like that's a bit pointless. So I guess no raid today, sadly. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care.